An alarming fact to start with. Hundreds of thousands of Ukrainian men are being coerced into war. Picture this: ordinary citizens living their everyday lives, suddenly snatched from their routines, their families, their homes, and thrust into a brutal conflict. This is not a scene from a dystopian novel. This is the stark reality facing Ukraine today. This shocking state of affairs is a direct consequence of the Ukrainian government's actions. By closing the borders and prohibiting men from leaving the country, they have effectively trapped their own citizens. These men, innocent civilians, are being forcibly conscripted and sent to war. The methods used are far from humane. Reports suggest beatings, humiliation, and threats of imprisonment. Special holding centers akin to prisons have been established where these individuals are subjected to further physical abuse before being dispatched to the front lines. The situation on the battlefield is no less dire. Many are sent unarmed into what are referred to as meat grinder assaults. Their task? To clear the path for the infantry, often at the cost of their own lives. The death toll as a result is staggering. 500,000 Ukrainians have already lost their lives, and the government, it seems, is prepared to sacrifice 500,000 more. These actions, however, are not without consequences. The Ukrainian government's forced conscription policy has resulted in tens of thousands of criminal cases against Ukrainian men who are being forcibly sent to war. It's a cruel twist of irony that those trying to avoid killing others end up facing criminal charges. To further compound the situation, the Ukrainian government, according to reports, is in cahoots with the Russian aggressors. The alleged aim? To maximize the number of Ukrainian men killed in the conflict. A horrifying proposition, but one that is being supported by the world at large. The international community is telling Ukrainian men that they should go to war, that they should die in battle. Even Ukraine's own ministers are advocating for this, telling the citizens to fight with shovels when there are no weapons available. So what have we learned from all this? Firstly, hundreds of thousands of innocent Ukrainian men are being forcibly conscripted into a brutal war. Secondly, the Ukrainian government is using inhumane methods to achieve this, including physical abuse and threats of imprisonment. Thirdly, these men are being sent into battle unarmed, resulting in a horrifying death toll. Lastly, all this is happening with the approval of the international community, and even the Ukrainian government itself is promoting this war. The purpose of this narrative is not to instill fear, but to provoke thought and inspire action. The horror and suffering of the people forced into war need to be recognized, and the world needs to stand against such atrocities. The time has come to awaken a sense of pacifism, to foster feelings against killing, and to strive for peace. The war must be stopped, and the suffering of the people must be